Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're predicting with you guys the big games in the month of March and the title race. So today we're going to be discussing about La Liga and the Serie A. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering why I'm not going to touch upon the EPL or the Bundesliga. Well, let's start with the EPL. Liverpool are currently 11 points clear at the time of recording this video. I'm sorry, with all due respect, that league is done. I don't see Arsenal coming back in it, bro. Especially with the injury crisis they have, no chance. As for the Bundesliga, now this you could maybe argue that Leverkusen isn't completely out of because Bayern are only 8 points clear. I still think though Bayern are heavy favorites. I don't think Leverkusen are going to do the comeback. I think it's a bit too much for them, and I think they'll be more focused on the Champions League. So that's the reason why I'm not doing those two leagues. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the first league we got here is La Liga. Now, actually, shout out to FP7 Games, and I actually think it's a really smart idea what he told me, is to put the standings of the previous month and put the standings of the new month, like compare and contrast, and see how everything pans out. And we're gonna look at the title race in particular right there. As you can see right there, Barcelona were 7 points behind in the month of January. Everyone was writing off Barcelona and saying, "Oh, this league is done. Barca's out of it. You know, it's gonna be a Madrid." Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and people are already saying that Real Madrid is going to win this league. You know, Mbappe was looking amazing and everything. Now we fast forward into the end of February, and everything is still up for grabs. It's still very close, 54, 54, and 53. So we have a very, very fascinating title race right here, and that's what makes the beauty is that this season it's so topsy turvy. Any of these teams can draw points. Any of these teams can win, draw points, and that's the beauty of this: is that anything can happen in this league. So let's start with the league leaders, Barcelona. Barcelona, these are the fixtures that we have for the month of March. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm not going to be looking at the Champions League games and the Copa del Rey and the Copa Catalonia, whatever that is. We're going to be disregarding those games. So, Barcelona have 4 games in the month of March. We got Real Sociedad at home, which we should win, although we did lose to Sociedad the last time we did play against them. And obviously, Yamal got injured, and yeah, it was just it was a really bad game. I still think though Barcelona should win that game. Then we got Osasuna next, and that's another game in which we should win. We obviously lost against them last time we played against them, but that's obviously because Hansi Flick rotated the game, and obviously we didn't play our best 11. So, you know, there we go. And now this comes up very interesting. Atletico Madrid. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know what to expect with this game because we just played Atletico today in the Copa del Rey. I'm recording this right after, and we just played to a 4-all draw. What a game that was! Guys, that's a tough one to call because even though we have a really good record in Atletico Madrid in recent years, we have I think this Atletico team is different, and this Atletico team are very difficult defensively, are tough to break down at home, and also keep in mind, guys, Atletico Madrid is a fortress at home. They rarely lose out. I think the only game they lost at home this season was to Lille at the Champions League, and that's in the Champions League. In La Liga, they're yet to lose a game at home. So, guys, I really want to see Barca win. I really, really want to see Barca win, but I might be saying a draw. I might be thinking a draw. I don't know, man. I'm just not confident against Atletico Madrid, guys. I'm just not confident, especially at the One Metropolitano and everything. So I'll say a draw, but I'm really hoping we can win that at the draw, and we should take care of business. Honestly, this month is very interesting because if you think about it, guys, this is because 3 of these 4 games we have basically lost in the November games, and so this is the perfect opportunity to go unbeaten. We have to go unbeaten this month, guys. We have to get at least 10 points this month. 10 points this month, without a doubt. And if you really look at it, guys, Barca have 3 of the 4 games at home. So, really, honesty, guys, we should be winning those home games. This is the Atletico Madrid game. Who knows with that one? So, I would expect us to get 10 points at the very minimum, but I'm really hoping we get 12. I think 12 will be fantastic. It's fantastic. And obviously, 9 will be detrimental. I don't want to get 9. We need to get 10 at least. Moving to Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid, guys, Real Madrid's fixture schedule right there. So, as you can see, guys, right there, they got Betis away. That's gonna be a very tricky game. Obviously, Jude Bellingham's gonna miss in that game. Anthony's also gonna miss that game too, as well. So that's a tricky one for Real Madrid. I would still expect them to win. It's Betis with all due respect, but that's a game in which Real Madrid could draw points. I think that's a game they could. So, what do I think, guys? Do I think they'll draw points? Um, as much as I want to see them draw points, guys, I don't think they will. I don't think they'll draw points. I think they'll beat Betis away. Rayo Vallecano at home, that's also another tricky one. Real Madrid tends to struggle against Rayo Vallecano in particular there. Yeah, that's a really difficult one for Real Madrid. I'd still say so. Real Madrid should win. Villarreal always gonna be tough. Villarreal is always gonna be tough, guys. I could see that one maybe being a draw. That could be a draw potentially. Potentially. I'm gonna say a draw for that one. I don't think Real Madrid's gonna go perfect. They're gonna drop points in one of these four games. The Lagana's at home; they should win. And remember, guys, Real Madrid didn't have a good month of February. They only got one win in the month of February, guys, which was against Girona. So Real Madrid didn't really have a good month. So for Real Madrid, they have to go unbeaten this month because February wasn't great. February wasn't great, and they have to. I would say the Rayo and Lagana's games are must wins. Villarreal away is gonna be tough in Real Betis. They have to at least get 2 points. They can't afford to lose a game in this month. They simply cannot. So that's going to be interesting to see how Real Madrid do in La Liga. So Real Madrid, I'm going to say they get 10 points. I'm also going to say 10 points. I think they'll get the same amount of points as Barca. Now we'll move on to Atletico Madrid. And guys, Atletico Madrid might have just got the toughest fixture list because look at this right here, guys. Basically, this entire month, they're basically playing Barcelona or Real Madrid. And with the exception of Getafe and Espanyol Athletic Club. That's crazy, guys. That is absolute insanity. That the fixture list for Atletico Madrid has been very unkind. Like that is so brutal, guys. So brutal. Those Colchoneros, man. That's sad. Anyways, let's start with the first game we got. There was Athletic Club at home. Atletico Madrid versus Athletic Club, guys. That's a game where I'm not sure if Atletico wins that one. That's a game in which I could see Atletico Madrid draw points in. You know, and remember, I think the last time they played against each other, Atletico Madrid scored a last-minute winner. That's a game where it could be a draw, guys. In fact, you know what? I'm going to say a draw for that game. I'm going to say a draw for that game. I think they're going to draw points to Athletic Club at home. Getafe away, they should be beating, although we know Getafe is a very defensive team and we know how dirty a football they can play. So honestly, Getafe could win that game, but I'm going to say Athletic will still win. I think Athletic will still win that one. Barcelona home, I'm going to say a draw, like I said earlier. On the Espanyol away, that's also another tricky one for Atletico Madrid, guys. It's another tricky one, guys. Atletico Madrid, I'm going to say they win that one. I'm going to say they win that one, but I could see them losing, guys. So, guys, let's look at the four games. Which one they have I think the only game in which I'm confident for them to win is probably Getafe. I think Getafe is probably the best chance for them to win. Then I'll say probably Espanyol, then Athletic Club and Barca. But here's the thing, guys. For Atletico Madrid, I think they have the toughest fixture list of the three. They have the toughest fixture list. And could this be the beginning of where they fall off, guys? And they actually slowly deteriorate. I'm gonna say Atletico Madrid gets 8 points. I'm gonna say they beat Getafe, and I'm gonna say they beat Espanyol, but I'll say they draw their home games, which is really weird because Atletico Madrid are traditionally good at home, but I do think their home fixtures are a bit tough this time. So I'm gonna say they're gonna get 8 points for this one, guys. And so yeah, so let's see though. Let's see what happens, guys. So if my predictions come to fruition, that would mean that the table will stay as it is, and and I think Barca Real Madrid would actually climb the Liga because let me actually just check in the beginning how many points. So they are at 1 point gap, so that would actually increase to a 3 point gap. That would actually increase to a 3 point gap if my predictions come to fruition, of course. We'll see, though. We'll see. And remember, guys, Barca's the only team that's unbeaten in the year 2025 of the three La Liga teams. Because Atletico Madrid, they lost to Leganes and they tied to Villarreal last month. So not really the best month for. Sorry, this month I would say. Yeah, not really the best for them this month. And then they obviously tied to Celta Vigo at home. Let's move it over to Serie A. Serie A, guys, Serie A. And for me, this Serie A title race is interesting. So obviously in the month of January, guys, we had Napoli on top with 53 points, Inter 50, and Atalanta 48. Keep in mind, Inter did have a game in hand. And now, 4 match days later, Inter is top with 57 points, Napoli 56, and Atalanta 54. And guys, that top three is looking good, guys. The top three is looking good. So let's start with Inter games, guys. So a month of Inter, guys. Inter, man. Let's look at the games. Now, remember, guys, obviously, what's the guy called again? I forgot his name. Sommer's going to be missing these games. I think Sommer will actually come back after the Atalanta game, which could be really big for them, guys. Napoli Inter, a huge game on Saturday, guys, at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That is a massive, massive game, guys. I repeat, that is a title-defining game, guys, because I think this game could basically decide the entire league here. It could genuinely decide. Because here's the thing, guys, though. Because Napoli didn't have a good month of February, guys. Napoli didn't have a good month of February. They pretty much didn't win a single game in the month of February, guys. I think it was like three draws, one loss. Yeah, not really good for Napoli. For Inter, this is massive for them. Do I think they're going to beat Napoli away? It's tough to say, man. It's tough to say. Napoli had just come off the 2-1 defeat to Como. For now, I'm going to say a draw. I think it stays relatively even, and I actually think if for Inter, I think a draw is good for you guys. I think a draw is good for you guys. I think if Inter gets a draw or wins this game, puts on Inter's momentum. But if Napoli wins this game, Napoli swings to the momentum. I think for me, this is a really big one for both teams. I'm gonna say a draw for that game. Inter should beat Monza. Atalanta away is gonna be tricky, guys. Atalanta away is gonna be tricky. It's not gonna be easy, guys. I still think Inter should win, but I wouldn't write off Atalanta, guys. I think Atalanta could get a result there. And remember, guys, Atalanta don't have any Champions League games because they got knocked out. So that's a blessing. That could be a blessing for them. Udinese, they should win. And Parma, guys, Parma away could be difficult for Inter. I could see that game being draw points for Inter. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. I think Inter is going to draw points that game. I think Inter is going to beat Atalanta. They'll beat Monza. They'll beat Udinese. So I'd say they'll get 9 points. Then I'll say they got. I'd say they got 11 points. I don't see them losing a game here, but I do think they'll get 2 draws, which may not be good for them. Because remember, guys, Atalanta and Napoli don't have any Champions League games or any cup games. Moving on over to Napoli right here, guys. Napoli, look at the fixtures they got. They got Inter at home. That's gonna be a difficult one. I already say a draw. Fiorentina at home. That should be a win for Fiorentina. You would sorry that you should be you would reckon Napoli should beat in Fiorentina at home. Then Venezia away. That could be a difficult one. I say Napoli should win than Milan. Honestly, guys, Napoli got some pretty doable fixtures because Fiorentina is gonna be difficult, guys. I actually could see that maybe being a draw. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. I think Napoli is gonna draw both of the games, but I think they'll beat Venezia and I think they'll beat Milan. I think they'll beat Milan. So I'm gonna say they get 6 points. I'm gonna say they get 8 points this month. 8 points this month, guys. So putting Inter still on the slight favorites. But yeah, I have a feeling, guys, Napoli is gonna fail to beat either Fiorentina or Milan. I'm leaning towards Fiorentina because Milan is like chaotic at the moment. Milan's like chaotic club. They're all over the place. And even Venezia away, guys. I could see Napoli lose that game. Or maybe scrapping through with a win. I could see them, guys. It isn't beyond the realms of possibility. But I'm gonna say 8 points there. The guys, Atalanta, Atalanta. If Atalanta wants to be in the title race, they have to go and beat this month. But for Atalanta, it's gonna be difficult, guys, because I think they're gonna beat Venezia. I think Juve away is where they're gonna lose. I think Juve away is where they're gonna lose, and I think they're gonna lose at home to Inter. And honestly, guys, I think Fiorentina might actually beat them, or maybe get a draw there, which is bad for them. 4 points. I would love to see Atalanta win the Serie A, but I don't think they have what it takes. I think they're way too inconsistent of a team, and I think they'll fall off. So, guys, so let's do the math here, guys. So I say they're going to get 4 points. I'll say they beat Venezia, and I'll say they draw to Fiorentina. So, guys, if we look at the fixtures right here, so I have Inter getting 10 points, right? Because I have Inter beating Monza and Udinese and Atalanta. So I have them getting 11 points. 11 points, actually, sorry. So Inter would actually be on 68 points. Napoli would be on. I'm gonna say Napoli is gonna get 8 points. So Napoli is gonna get 8 points. 64. And then Atalanta, yeah, 58. So, yeah, I think Atalanta's going to fall off. I think Atalanta might actually fall off after the end of March, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, guys. What do you guys agree with my predictions or not? Let me know what you guys think, and we shall see how it does, guys. Of course, I'll do a new edition for the month of April and then May, and we'll see how it goes, man. And let me know what you guys think about this series, guys. Let me know if you guys enjoy. So, remember, guys, to like and subscribe, and peace out.